Hi, young composers. I'm Charlie McCarron. I'm a podcast producer of the podcast Composer Quest, and I've been interviewing people for the past almost 2 years. And of those 99 interviews I've done, wanted to share some of the best quotes that have helped me in my own composing. So, first is from a songwriter, actually, Brian Laidlaw, who was talking about how you often when you're writing a song, you try to make a statement. But his idea is that you ask a question. So he says, write not from a place of wanting to make a statement, but from a place of wanting to ask a question. Ideally, it's a question that's so big, you'll never be able to answer it. The second quote I wanted to share is from my composition professor at St. John's, Brian Campbell. He says, try to make everything interrelated, where everything grows from a little seed. Everything is composed of the same musical DNA. So, third was from the elementary music teacher I interviewed, Maya Heyman, and she was talking about how she teaches her second graders to compose. And she said, it's very overwhelming to be given free rein to do whatever you want. So we talk a lot about the tools of composition. You've got pitch, rhythm, dynamics, articulation, words. Just do one at a time. And even though that was aimed at second graders, I found it helpful myself when I'm composing. And the last piece of advice comes from the music psychologist Diana Deutsch, who's done a lot of interesting experiments. And she did one experiment that showed that a composer will naturally find their own music more satisfying than a first-time listener because they know what to expect. And so that I've thought about that a lot when I'm composing, especially when I try to play things back in finale over and over again. So her recommendation is to get feedback. And she says, as a result of hearing your own phrase over and over, knowing what you're listening for and tweaking it, by the time you're satisfied with the final result, you can be pretty sure that the listener out there hearing it the first time around is not going to be hearing it what you're hearing. So that's a good thing to think about too. So I just want to encourage you to apply for the Next Notes program. It sounds pretty awesome. So visit nextnotes.org if you are a high schooler interested in composing. So thanks, and for more of my interviews, you can always go to composerquest.com. Thanks.